Welcome back to our Let's Play of War for Cybertron. We are on Chapter 4, Death of Hope. As always, I'll be playing Megatron, and I'm Owls.
I'm Specs.
I'm Chezni.
And here we go.
The
And
death
back
of
with
hope.
my asshole. What?
The death of hope.
Yes.
Zeta Prime is conquered, but the device Megatron
Is he now?
believed to be the Omega Key simply activated.
He got his
the
heart
key.
ripped out.
Omega Supreme.
That's
Megatron
dead. That's
quickly
different than
discovers he
conquered.
Can use the device to track Omega Supreme and races
Well, I
under
mean,
the skies of Iacon.
Conquered can be a euphemism for many things.
Many things. That's why I was laughing at it.
Maintain this heading. The device shows the Omega Key is directly ahead.
Well, everybody drives but
Zeta
Megatron.
said it was gonna come to us.
Yeah. Oh, who were the other characters available in this?
Oh, same too. It's gonna be Breakdown and Soundwave for the next two chapters.
It's coming right
Okay.
at us.
Stay your course.
We're gonna die.
Deja vu.
Turn around and where did he go?
He's gone. What is this guy? You think he knows about the Omega Key?
Yes.
No breakdown.
Considering he probably,
Is the Omega Key.
yeah.
Identity: Omega Supreme. Enemy status: terminated.
That seems a little bit, you know.
What are we gonna do now?
Presumptuous?
Megatron?
Yes.
Silence.
Yeah, I mean,
This
why
really
didn't you just,
modifies my
Mega,
plan.
why didn't you
If
just
Omega
hammer it
Supreme
against
is
the
defeated,
ground?
then I shall
Like, really,
Or sit on it.
really make sure he was dead. Super dead. Also, sorry, I had to close some things on my computer because they were making noise at me. So there's like a beep from Google Hangouts, and there's somewhere. Also, why does Megatron keep waking up in a wrecked ship? The
Yeah, he really needs to
second
take
that.
time.
It's his equivalent of going on a bar crawl.
They appear to be scanning for survivors.
Come in, Megatron. This is Starscream. Do you read me?
Starscream, I am 7 clicks north of your position.
Fuck is a click?
Oh god, another...
Enough. Meet us at the
I don't know, it could either be a distance of measurement or a time measurement.
Well, a click is a shorthand for an astro click. A distant cousin of the astro second.
No. No.
I don't like that there are just, you know,
Astro
like
units.
Well, I was going to say like plexiglass panels that are part of the walkway.
It is a bit concerning. Omega Supreme is pretty.
Autobot scum.
He has big, like, beam wings. What would you call those?
Well, they're part of like tracks in G1.
Track. Oh, the course, right? Because you could race little cars around them.
Yeah. If
Fight
he
you.
is, I'm not terribly familiar with his toy.
Oh, neither is Chezni. Big boy fall down.
And this is why you don't have battles on bridges in the middle of...
That did it all right. But
Yeah.
there goes your Omega Key.
We can salvage the wreckage for what we need. Done. Acquired.
This has been advice from Specs. Don't have epic battles on bridges if you don't want to fall down.
Well, it's also that they forgot he can fly things
We must return.
Yeah.
again. You know.
It's no use, Megatron.
Yep.
The door's locked.
Suggestion. Use dark energy.
Soundwave's like, the obvious, please. Because Soundwave is the best.
Because somehow Dark Energon is your lock-picking tool of choice. It's such a useful space crack.
Space Crack doesn't just make you feel like you can do anything; it lets you do anything.
If it was a D&D ability, it would be like pick a door as if a thief, only use your strength stat instead of dexterity.
Yeah!
And use
Yeah!
guns against him.
Very, very accurate. And, I mean, does that not fit Megatron in a nutshell? I mean, let's be honest.
Why the ceasefire?
Yeah, that's pretty Megatron.
He doesn't know what picking a lock is. He just breaks the damn door down.
He takes it up. Well, yeah. Soundwave would either pick it or take it off its hinges. Megatron would
that.
just demolish it.
I like the
Breakdown
idea.
would whine about not being able to open it until somebody blew it open for him.
Or he would, like, try to outsex the door.
That's the door.
Hey, good looking, do you want to open up for me? It would be something like that, alright?
That's a bard move.
Okay, I know he's a healer, but I'm just saying I don't think he should be a cleric.
Wait. So, Breakdown's a bard. Megatron is the player who's playing a fighter or a barbarian, but has strong-armed the DM by threatening him several times into using multiple homebrew abilities that let Megatron's character do whatever he wants when he wants to.
Yes, you know, essentially how I play D&D. Am I wrong?
Soundwave is the one who's actually read all the rules
Yes.
and has min-maxed his character to be extremely specialized, and no one appreciates it.
No one. Like, the man has somehow wrangled out a summoner class. In like this, you know, really basic rule set. It makes total sense. Everything is on the
Yeah.
up and up. But no one has done this but him.
I order you to deploy ships for immediate
Like
evacuation.
the game was never even intended to support a summoner class, but he's made it work.
Yeah, because he is fucking Soundwave, and Soundwave does what he wants, but he does it legally.
Starscream causes irreparable harm.
I'm
I
afraid
love
that
that-
sort of.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm afraid that sort of reminds me of when I did the summoner dog.
Oh yeah.
Here he comes.
Keep moving this
For the audience, Specs played a dog at one point.
A talking dog.
His name was, well, his name wasn't Rainbow, but he was an amnesiac, and that's kind of what everyone called him, despite him being a black dog.
Ah, so many
What's wrong
elevators.
with this thing? Why can't we get
They
it to
just
move?
love elevators.
is locked down. A simple solution then. Break the lock.
He does. He just breaks everything.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna wait.
It was a mistake. Starscream, come in. This is Megatron.
There's too much interference. We must move higher to regular
No, I'm fairly certain he's just ignoring me, Soundwave.
Cannot move any faster. It appears
Too
we've
much
lost
interference?
that dull-witted
Break
brute
the
on
interference.
screen. Not least to the
Sir,
chance against my
that would be the ceiling, and we need that.
The laws of physics won't allow it. Break the laws of physics.
Sir, that's not how any of this works. I'm getting Bayonetta vibes.
Yeah, that looks scary.
Yeah.
What the heck is going on? The
Mega
Mega
Supreme is like, I'm going to blow up everything.
Can he not aim? Does he?
Apparently not!
What if he just pointed a little lower?
He may not be able to tell who they... or that...
That's it!
that's them.
Megatron, do your work.
Or possibly he's just starting at the top and working his way down.
Yeah, I think you're right. Also, can we give props to Megatron for basically laughing at the face of death in that laser?
Right, yeah, like, I mean, just like, oh, you think you can fucking kill me, do you? Do you? I'm like, that's amazing.
You think that laser intimidates me?
That laser that's bigger than my entire body is tall?
Would you rather face his wrath or mine? Now jump!
Sorry, I love how angry he is about all of this. This is a huge inconvenience to him, and he hates it. Also, where am I supposed to be going? I have a feeling
I think
went
he
the wrong
turned
way.
around.
Oh, you're not supposed to go down?
Oh, maybe you were. Oh, that looks...
Explodable.
Faster, Decepticons!
It makes you want to tell me, you want to be a little bit more direction there?
You do
Below
appear to
me,
need to
though.
go down.
I just need to go down in a this-away direction, apparently.
As the heavy metal rock music plays.
It's his theme, alright?
Oh, Owls is using the game's worst weapon.
Shut up, I don't have a lot of options.
Specs, you managed to make some use of the shotgun.
Maybe. Mostly by luck. It looks like there's some ammo.
Yes, I'm loading my gun so I get more ammo.
Okay, okay.
It won't load
Video
the clip
game
you're
logic.
using, essentially.
Megatron, you're still functional.
Well, they're gonna die. There we go.
How did they get so far?
Decepticons, located.
Did Omega Supreme just eat them with his hand?
But yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
fighting and start shooting right down.
I think
Oh.
the question is, he's blowing up so much stuff that I'm like, how is he gonna know when he
Move
kills
back
Megatron
inside.
anyway?
Perhaps we can avoid Omega's trap.
Yeah, maybe that's why he didn't aim when you were on the elevator.
Yeah, maybe.
Just didn't know.
All of my options are terrible.
Should be undetected.
I just want my sniper rifle back, guys. I just need my sniper rifle. I don't know what to do with myself without it.
They must be coordinating with Omega.
I don't
minigun.
remember what this
Trying
is,
to
but I guess I'll
locate us.
try it.
It's a
Well, we'll
minigun,
give them
so
what
it's
they want,
more like a
along
Gatling
with
gun,
the
I think.
painful
Yeah.
death.
I love that Soundwave is like motioning me forward. I don't know why. It makes me laugh.
Megatron has arrived. What's going on? Someone's breaking in. Defensive positions.
Ah, here we go. A true firefight.
It's very much the spray and pray sort of thing.
So it's a Specs gun.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with spray and pray.
Yes, but the problem is I am not good at I'm not good at shooting games.
Now you're talking. Weapons ready.
It can take some practice.
Yeah. I don't
Aiming
know,
is
and
a
I just
frustrating thing.
yeah, and I don't play honestly games consistently enough to get better at them. So it's
Excellent work, Soundwave. Now unlock the exit door.
What'd you say, honey? Soundwave still being the brains of the operation.
I mean, generally speaking, he is. In G1, he certainly seemed to be the guy with all the plans.
yeah.
Although let's be real, Soundwave, early days of Soundwave, he needed to work on his operation names. It was like,
Yeah.
it was like, Operation Make a Tidal Wave.
Yeah.
Operation
Destruction.
Open the Door.
Operation Ground Pound.
Yeah.
So that may be a song name.
I don't think he ever actually did that one, but the problem is that doesn't sound like one he would do.
Right.
It sounds like something that Rumble and Frenzy would be involved in.
Oh, definitely. As they are with most bad plans.
Yeah.
Like, I would never want him to use code words or attempt to use code words because it would be like he'd code word things the way that Megamind code words.
Yes, he absolutely would.
Be like, code, I'm going to go make coffee.
Yeah.
Code.
Code.
Mission.
The Autobots will never suspect I'm sneaking up on them.
The Autobots will never suspect I am in Ironhide's backseat. You think I'm kidding?
Well, to be fair though, they wouldn't, even if they heard him say it. The
Dude,
Autobots
they
are completely
saw
inept.
him and they didn't do anything. I think that's the one that really kills me. Is I'm like, that is clearly
I think the episode you guys just did that I edited in 33 Berserk or something.
Auto Berserk.
I'm pretty sure Soundwave.
Yeah, that's the one where Soundwave was in the back of Ironhide's.
No, it wasn't.
No.
The one he just did, the one we released today, was the one where it was the military guys because the cons were trying to steal that thing the Autobots had come
The
up
Negaverse.
with. Yeah, the Negavator or
Negavator.
whatever.
That is Auto Berserk.
Yes, but he's not in the backseat of he's not in Ironhide. He's just outside, and one of the military guys says, "Don't forget your tape deck."
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh right, that tape deck I never had.
Yeah.
Specs, don't you also just walk around and be like, oh, that tape deck I never had.
They're just orphan tape decks must just be a problem in
Futile gesture.
Very
in this
expensive.
universe because like so many people take Soundwave home.
A very expensive problem. They're obviously the reason people take them is because it's like, ooh, fancy tape deck. I don't have to buy something now for like $50.
Yeah,
Or
they would have been
more.
much more expensive at the time.
Yeah, that's a good point. It'd be kind of more like finding a laptop or a cell phone these days.
Or like a 60-something gigabyte flash drive.
Yeah. It's bigger than that. I
'Cause-
think like 128 or something. Something fairly large.
Yeah. I mean, he's basically engaging in passive social engineering.
See me back there?
Wait, what?
When Soundwave is just hanging out as a tape deck waiting for people to pick him up, he's engaging in passive social engineering. Basically, it's his method of infiltration. He does it in
Okay.
the comics. Like, he
lot.
literally... Yeah.
Do not test me.
He hangs
breakdown.
out in,
My patience is at a critical low.
I'm using that at some point. My patience is at a critical low.
Channel my rage.
Soundwave hangs out in at least one parking lot, and military contractors decide to pick him up, take him into their secure military base, and then put him in their locker.
I
And
got
then
it.
he transforms and basically goes ham on the military base.
Alice finally has her sniper gun.
And it's not the
Nice.
good one. I want the null ray.
We can't all have the null ray.
Yeah, and Starscream has clearly taken his back and is now pretending he doesn't hear me.
Yeah.
He sounds
Spare me your
disappointed.
theatrics. Air support. Attack Omega Supreme.
Spare me your theatrics.
Ouch.
New targets.
Wait, Omega Supreme flies?
Yes, that's why knocking him
Yeah.
off the bridge was so wildly
Omega
ineffective.
Supreme is
I
destroyed.
mean, he
right,
basically
right.
turns into a spaceship.
Yeah.
Though don't ask me how he works, because, like, bits of him detach in G1, and I'm not familiar enough with this version to it.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh no.
Something was shooting me. Again, the whole I can't see my own health when I am
Yeah.
yeah, not great. Are you a null right now? No.
Another
No,
elevator?
I'm a train.
I don't know. The last one didn't work out so well.
Do not test me, Breakdown. My patience is at a critical low.
Your patience is always at a critical low, Megatron.
Okay, but also Starscream is ignoring him and they're being chased by something the size of a skyscraper for them. He
Oh
made
yeah, that's a good
skyscraper,
point.
But it's huge, alright? He's huge.
Yeah.
We're pinned
So if
down!
it's the size of a skyscraper for them, what would that be like for us?
Oh god, so big.
Like a mountain?
Maybe... I don't know.
It's hard to put it into perspective in your mind.
5 or 6 Empire State Buildings stacked on top of each other.
Wow, that
What's
is-
bigger than a skyscraper? 5 skyscrapers.
I don't know. What's the tallest building in the world? Let's go with like 5 of that.
I don't actually know what the tallest building in the world is. Is the
Is
Eiffel
it in
Tower?
Dubai? I wanna say
Yeah,
it's
I think there's one in Dubai. I think it's in Dubai, but I don't know what it's called.
Gotcha.
All the heal things dead now.
Oh, I don't really see anything hitting him that
No.
could heal him.
Yeah, those guys are just bullet sponges.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You have something
Oh, I
with a
guess that
scope
is-
that's automatic?
Yeah, I don't like this one very well. It's my least favorite scope weapon.
I'm sorry, Specs. What were you saying?
Yeah, it did look like there was a healing thing.
This
So
is, I
what is
think,
that, like a...
Bumblebee's
an assault
default
rifle?
weapon.
Oh, it's Bumblebee's default.
Yeah, one of his. That's why I end up using Bumblebee in the Autobot campaign. Because I don't like
Gotcha.
this one, but it's better than a lot of the other defaults.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than no scope.
No scope. Sorry. You know, the whole no scope 360.
Oh my god, you stupid Autobot!
Oh, great,
Like,
he's taunting you.
He's just dancing.
he just is constantly going back and forth! The frick!
Oh,
Well, aim
it's
for the
crotch
crotch!
time.
Aim for the crotch!
I love it because this whole fight started out with you unloading like an entire clip of a minigun into him. And then you were like, okay, all these other guys are more important. And he's just been down there like, what do I do?
The thing is, that's not Omega Supreme. That's one of the people that he deployed.
Yeah. It's just a bigger guy, but not as big as Supreme.
Yeah. Like, I think in Cyberverse that might be what Aftertrain's size is supposed to be, but I'm not sure.
Damn.
Because I haven't gotten to that point yet.
I love the name Astro Train. I don't even know why.
He's a train that's also a spaceship. What's not
I just
to
think
love?
it's funny that
Yeah.
you're like, all of your favorite ones are bugs.
Oh yeah, no, Astro Train's got nothing on the Insecticons.
Or Inferno.
Oh, and none of the other Insecticons have anything on Inferno. Inferno is the cream of the crop.
Great. That's completely out of
Pain is my friend. Is the best.
Well, that guy's
Oh, wow.
down.
Well, I think Soundwave or Breakdown did me a solid. Are you kidding me? Okay, I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm just happy I've got my null ray back.
Oh hey, did you know there's a null ray over there?
Yeah, you know what? Knockout. Not knockout. God damn it. Breakdown saw it, didn't say a damn word because it didn't register as being important. Because he's kind of a dumbass here, not gonna lie.
Well, I think most of the Senticons are generally considered to be not,
I've got null rays for
Not the
days, guys.
brightest.
That one's also a null ray.
Oh my goodness.
nice.
I mean, I'm just glad I got him. It's really funny.
Yeah, Breakdown kind of comes off as the whiny little brother who is gonna talk like they can do everything without your help, and then the moment they run into the most minimal of obstacles, they whine and cry because they can't get through it until you help them.
Now, in the presence of Megatron,
Seriously, and there was a 5 scope, but no, I had to pick up that other one. Okay, guys, where are you?
Over there, I guess. Oh.
What do we call those ones?
I don't know.
Halo boys?
Maybe
Bishop
I'm gonna
boys?
need something to call them in the transcript that works as well as anything else.
quickly.
They have little, like, rings over their head.
Yeah.
For some- Yeah, I don't know. They kind of remind me of Braun a little bit, but I don't have a good reason for that.
Kind of bulky shoulders, maybe.
I feel like this walkway would just be a nice place to casually stroll through during a non-war scenario.
Let's get off this road
Yeah.
and out of the open. We will find
I
another
mean,
The glass
honestly,
window was nice.
we never see anything that even looks... I mean, I know this is probably supposed to be a military facility.
Scans reveal poor structural integrity.
But we never see anything like a storage room or a break area or
Yeah.
something like that.
Storage room, break areas,
A
barracks.
normal office. You know that people have to be office workers here or something.
Yeah, or even like a commissary. Well, I mean, I guess technically that would be the Energon, or like a med bay, or even any place to where you'd go and like get entertainment
Yeah.
or refreshments.
Or you know.
Like, there's still going to be some sort of store, effectively. At least I'd assume so.
What is it called? An Energon bed?
I don't think the beds actually have names. You know?
The nap in a
Recharge
bottle.
slab?
Yeah, those. I'm
Recharge
dumb.
slab.
Don't listen to me.
Sounds terrifying.
I don't know. There's
You
a
must
bunch of
recharge in your slab!
Birth. I can never. There's a bunch of different names. I don't actually remember what the. I think there's circuit slabs in IDW.
Oh,
IDW 1.
yeah, there's two. Just, you know, make them evil.
Not messing up this face.
For the non-initiated like myself.
I'm sorry, that is still the dumbest death noise.
That was like an action movie shot too. You like shot him and he flew off into the lava. Or, well, the edge or whatever.
I mean,
Sorry.
honestly.
He wasn't red, so I wasn't sure I could hit him. So it always brings me great joy when I can hit them.
Like, if one of these areas was, like, if you were getting something from something, a place that was, you know, like, not a military facility, but was more of a public area, like, you never, I don't, for some reason, I just anticipate seeing something that would be more like a shopping area or something, and I
Yeah.
don't think they'd do that here.
Yeah.
Well, and like, I guess the most, like, room that didn't seem war-oriented that we've seen yet has really been the room with all the moons in the last
Oh, yeah.
chapter.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a perfect recollection of it, but didn't number 2 change up the locales a little bit?
A little bit, like, you're in this, like, you're in some ancient ruins and a few other things. Which is
Yeah, because
pretty
like I
neat.
think, didn't you go to a museum at some point?
It wasn't a museum, but I know where you're talking about and why you
Gotcha.
thought it was a museum.
You belong in a museum. Oh, jeez, that guy got vaporized.
Power conduit? No way! The energon flows off the charts. We'll be fried.
Get moving, breakdown.
I'm good with waiting until, like, after it goes again. I mean, like, I know what I just said, but I'm not a complete idiot. Because I'm pretty sure it goes every couple of minutes. Yeah, or seconds, whatever.
Well, actually, that was a couple Astro minutes.
Oh no!
Depending on
no,
the-
no, 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 no.
Okay, time to jet.
Oh, that is not good. 3, 2.
Oh, God. Oh.
What?
Not what I meant to do.
I'm not entirely convinced that your allies made it through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God! Stop shooting
Oh,
at me!
no.
There we go. Oh, thank you, sweet help.
Tape.
Okay.
You're in the middle of a Cybertronian war. The first thing you think of is cake. Or not the first thing, but...
Move out of the tube or you'll get
Oh no!
I messed
No!
up! I have made a mistake!
Oh, I thought you were gonna live.
I thought I just watched it go! I think this one you have to let it go twice though or something. Oh, Soundwave, you're beautiful. If I had a kiss button, I would use it. Mwah.
Press G. Press K for kiss.
That sounds like a Tina thing. From Bob's Burgers.
Press
Press-
B to show
Oh, that's why
Pokemonic
it's right
affection.
here. Sorry.
Press F to pay respects.
I think it's more like, you know, press A to tell Soundwave he's the best subordinate ever.
That's an Owls mod. That's
Yeah, it
only a
definitely
feature
is.
of the game after Owls mods the game.
Yeah. What am I missing? Is there a button? There's a button.
Specs wasn't here to push the button for.
Yeah, I'm not used to it, alright? Oh no!
Wow, they really make you move fast.
I did it! Like, it was, you know, so amazing.
Accessing the bridge controls.
I
Thank
don't
you,
like
Soundwave.
Cybertron. It It's too quiet.
Shut up,
And yet
knockout.
still preferable to your insanity. Now get to those
Yikes.
controls.
He didn't say that to Soundwave. He just said it to Breakdown. I called him knockout again. I'm sorry.
See that? Those
You know who I
Autobots
mean.
were close.
Oh, that's why I can't see them.
It's those invisible ones, huh? I really did not like fighting these guys.
Me neither. There always feels like there's so many of them.
Yeah. And I mean, there have to be barracks or something, considering how many Autobots there are.
Yeah,
You would
something.
think.
Is there health over here? Because I am needing it.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Kind of amazed you lived through that.
me too.
So I've been trying to keep an eye out for it while Owls has been playing. But Specs, have you seen any of the Autobot symbols?
Oh, I shot one earlier.
Yeah,
did I
there was
miss it?
one a few minutes ago. And there's
Aw.
one there.
Oh, well, that's not the one you shoot.
Ah,
You're talking about something else.
sorry. I was thinking about the doors. Oh. EMP mine.
Reboot. 4F4 blue screen.
And, the image of an Autobot blue screening is really funny to me right now.
Well, you know Swindle would blue screen if someone suggested you give them something for free, unless it was Megatron, in which case
Yes,
Swindle
sir. Please
would
take
have.
it. Please take it, sir. I don't need it anyway.
I got it for you, sir. As a
Something
present.
like that.
The only thing Swindle would give someone for free is an IOU.
Activate
Yeah.
the bridge.
Only after we find ammo, you dumb shit. This is how I would actually die, is calling Megatron a dumb shit. Okay, you're still not ammo, but maybe if you're something, you'll give me some ammo. No, I'm good.
I love that name, Scrap Maker.
Yeah, it's a pretty good thing, because it's like the Cybertronian equivalent of the Widowmaker.
Yeah.
Right.
Or Corpse Maker.
Yeah.
Oh,
They have to
Megatron
do,
is,
like, reach into your brain to activate that, or what?
You might
Well,
have to, like, do an uplink to it. I don't know.
Access to the other
I guess that makes sense.
Finally, Decepticons,
They're robots.
move quickly.
Yeah.
We must reach those
I mean,
guns.
it'd be the equivalent of like a... Well, no, it wouldn't be quite the equivalent of a retina scan, because retina scan is biotic to machine. We don't really do anything that's biotic to biotic.
Get me out of the blast range. There's Omega Supreme. Watch out.
Faster, Decepticons!
You're the slowest one here, buddy. I'm sorry, but you are.
Heads up. More mine.
Who keeps putting these things in here?
Omega's still
The
out there.
Autobots?
How do you think they control speed? Like, these are speed traps, baby!
They're kind of shitty speed traps.
Well, I mean, you would pay attention to the speed limit. If you didn't, you would explode.
Okay, that's not so much a shitty one.
I mean, that's a good point. I'd have to imagine that people would be more willing to follow the speed limit if the other result was death. I think
You
Owls
will
thinks
reach
the
the other
objective is to
side or
run
I
into
will
as
kill
many of
you.
them as you can.
I don't remember if that was the right thing to do!
Oh god.
Looked like
Apparently it
yes.
was.
When in doubt.
When in doubt, just keep fucking going.
Yes, Breakdown. Your constant
Who do you have a picture on your wall?
saw us through.
Right next to you. Right now. Of the robots that says just Get it done.
They just
Ultra
get it.
Magnus?
Yeah, I've got a picture of Ultra
We
Magnus
shall
and
ascend,
Minimus.
and Omega Supreme will
It's
follow.
it sounds like
to
it's
his
in line with that.
Of
When
course.
in doubt, get it fucking done.
I mean, kind of, maybe? Look at more invisible fuckers.
More cloaked Autobots.
God damn it!
Yeah.
Shoot anything that moves.
Yeah, I can be done with these. You guys can take care of them. I don't care anymore. And I'm legitimately curious what's over here, but
Autobot clovers.
Unfortunately, there is no cake.
Oh no. Okay.
Megatron wants mega cake.
You know, for being invisible, they aren't terribly crafty.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, you would probably want to utilize a different strategy than this.
We're invisible. Let's charge right at them. They were just putting on a concert. That's the stage.
No, it's
Didn't
the
you see
service
that one
elevator.
dancing? Oh, that one died really quickly.
Autobot
I
weaklings.
hit it with a
Onward to
with
the
the
lift.
mace. I'm good. So many elevators. Why are there
Well,
so
like
many
Specs said.
elevators?
Like Spec said, gotta reuse those assets.
Yeah.
I detect numerous Decepticon and Autobot signals a few dozen meters above us. We are nearing the surface battle.
Starscream,
A few
stand
dozen
forward.
meters.
Autobots are counterattacking.
And how tall are they? How many meters tall are they?
Relay that order. Decepticons,
Space meters,
this is
thanks.
Megatron. Anyone caught fleeing this battle will be
Space
lost.
meters.
Press your attack immediately.
God damn it, Megatron.
But Megatron, especially you, Starscream, I order you to continue the assault. Megatron out.
Especially you, Starscream.
You pissed me off by ignoring me, asshole.
We've reached the ion turrets. Now, let Omega Supreme come.
No comment.
Looks like the Autobots are still using these guns, Megatron. Our seekers
Oh dear.
Blast the Autobots and take those guns.
So Specs, if there was going to be a commissary, would it be in one of these buildings out here?
Maybe. There's an awful lot of, like, weapons emplacements for a commissary.
That's true. I've always wondered why these weapons are here.
May have been
Like, I
installed
suppose-
later, like after the war started.
That would
Maybe.
make sense.
It's just the thing is, like, it's a good dungeon, effectively, but I'm not sure what the point of any of these are, because there aren't any offices
Right.
or anything.
I mean, maybe that is the answer, is that these locations have been just converted into a war zone. Although I do feel like it's a missed opportunity. I think it would be pretty cool if you like had to fight in a library or something. You could even
The
throw
archives. I
Are
think
you
you
right,
do
right,
actually
archives.
go into the archives in the Autobot level, if that makes you feel any better.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure that's where you fight Soundwave and Gremlins.
Gremlins.
Rumble and Frenzy, I think.
Yes! They are tiny! They're like half your height, and like you
And you
have
don't
to
want to feed them
attack
after midnight.
Yes! Well,
You don't want to feed them Energon after midnight.
mistake! Fuck you, whoever's shooting at me.
like Ravage Buzzsaw.
Say it again. You cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. So what are they called? Minicons?
Well, mini cons, the cassettes, either.
Yeah.
So out of the ones that we know of, which one would be Gizmo?
Gizmo?
From Gremlins.
Oh.
I don't
No,
think
sorry.
any of them are, sweetie.
Fair enough.
They're all just little gremlins. Oh my god, I hate you all.
There's quite a lot of fire going on right now.
Yeah. I mean, heck, the way this is outside, this looks like it could be, say, an outdoor shopping arcade or something, maybe, which
Oh, that works.
For one such as Megatron.
makes me wonder, like, whether the, say, the medical packets would be something like whatever Energon goodies would be.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Megatron analysis indicates the firepower of those turrets is sufficient to damage Omega Supreme.
Well, Specs did say that the Nucleon stuff was
Precisely as
crazy
I have
powerful, so
planned.
that kind of makes sense.
Decepticons,
Yeah.
man the turrets and blast that obsolete Hulk out of the sky.
Like,
Targets.
Nucleon was kind of the original Dark Energon, plot-wise, for G1.
Oh
Okay.
god, why can he blast through the wall? Why can he blast through the wall, guys?
He has no clip turned on.
That is cheating.
You expect Megatron Supreme or Omega Supreme to play fair? I can't
Yes, you're a
imitate like
goddamn
dogs.
Autobot.
Decepticons, prepare your leader and rockets.
Yeah, Soundwave buddy, where are you?
Was extremely inefficient. You must commence repairs on it at once.
Soundwave, heal me.
This is a true instrument of destruction.
Oh god.
He's too excited about that turret.
No, I'm gonna die, so what's Soundwave gonna do then?
We defeat Omega Supreme here.
Uh,
Die trying.
Stab Dark Energon into you in the hopes that it resurrects you.
I mean, I suppose that's still a better option than what Starscream did, sure.
Yeah.
Seriously, just, oh, sweet god help.
So here's a thought: where is Starscream during all this?
Up in the air, fighting, or he ran away, because he didn't want to die. One of those two.
Commence repairs on it at once.
I think there are other units. I should probably get up there and use those, huh? Ooh, at least it's too high.
According to my calculations, our chances of defeating Omega Supreme are very low.
Oh, I'm dealing damage now.
Oh, damn it, I keep using the wrong button.
Cybertron.
Now
And
you're
I'm
mobile.
using a controller, not a keyboard, so those buttons aren't the actual buttons for me.
Yeah.
Decepticons.
So on a
Omega
normal
Supreme
day,
has
what
deployed
would
Autobots.
what would
Shoot
Omega
them down,
Supreme's functions be?
Well, he protected the Crystal City in the original G1.
Yeah. Like, he was a guardian robot.
Yeah, like they would protect cities.
Yeah, and animated, they were made specifically, I think, for fighting the Decepticons.
Yeah, they definitely were.
And they weren't especially. I don't think they were supposed to be particularly smart, but I don't. It's been a
They
while
were
since I've read.
basically only weapons.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, in G1, Omega Supreme was the protector of the city.
Yeah.
essentially.
And that's
That frequently
constructed-
is his function. In,
Yeah.
I believe it was in the IDW comics as well.
Prepare for invasive action.
I think so too, but I don't actually remember.
Yes, I hit the right button.
It's kind of a neat idea, just that you have these robots which are already big, and even though they're larger than life compared to us, they themselves
Live in
utilize.
a world where they can be significantly smaller than like
Right,
the other
they
things
build
around.
their own versions of what are essentially our fantasy golems to protect them. There's your death cry, owls.
Yeah, there it is again. So, gonna be not very nice. I think this spaceship was kind of dumb.
Your power is failing, Omega.
It kind of looks like a giant eyeball that's just floating out in space.
Yeah, like it's not great, all right.
I know they wanted to make this a fancy boss fight and everything, but like, I kind of feel like it would make more if he's gonna turn into like a flying thing. It would make more sense if he turned into an aircraft, like a flying aircraft carrier.
He kind of is.
Yeah,
Is he? Am I just not being?
Well, he deployed all of those dudes.
yeah, he is the.
Oh, he is. Oh my goodness, you're right. I just never even noticed.
My name is Chezni, and I do not notice things.
I do tend to miss obvious things.
Omega Supreme approaches.
Weapons ready.
You dead yet, Omega?
No.
I know.
So he,
Explosive projectiles.
he's got a shield.
Yep. Need to wait for that to go away and for him to stop shooting missiles. There we go.
Who's going down? Eat that, rust for brains.
Now that's just me.
Omega flees like a coward. Now, let's finish the job.
You do know how many shots the guy took, right? I mean, he took a lot of shots there, buddy. Join us next time for the last part of the Decepticon campaign, The Final Guardian. Fitting name. Thanks for joining us. I'm Owls.
I'm Specs.
I'm Chezni.
Have a good day.